and welcome to Kings Arena podcast, brought to you by Devon Kings. I'm your host with the most, Mary Colette, and you guys know we have only interesting conversations here, and we have the most amazing guests. And speaking of guests, I have two amazing people with me. One of them is a director. Yes, it's so funny because people on this podcast, I've had like a personal relationship with every single one of them. Just found out he directed a TV commercial I was in 2 years ago. He is also an actor. You know, sometimes he does skits or he thinks he's funny sometimes. Guys, it's Okpeyemi Dada.
Thank you very much.
Hi, Okpe. Nice to have you on here.
Nice to be here.
Are you excited?
Very much.
You ready for the conversation? Ready for the conversation we're about to have?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's go.
I also have multifaceted creative. She is a reality TV superstar. She is an artist. And most recently, guys, she's an actor. You've seen some of her stuff. You're about to see some of her stuff. She's also really good at doing TikToks. She makes really amazing TikToks. Guys, it's V. Hi, V.
Hey, baby.
V, I need to say this. I'm a huge fan.
Thank you very much.
Super fan.
Thank you.
That's so nice. V, how are you?
I was telling MC, you're okay, I love you.
Yeah, I love you
Because
too.
Hamatan has been
Kicking your
dragging
butt.
me, but I still came. That's why I'm sounding a bit...
Yeah,
Yeah,
you still
so-
sound sexy, girl. Thank you for coming. Guys, so we're going to be talking about something today. It's just basically what we bring to relationships. And I feel like, I know, look at V's face. Look at V's face. She's like, Relationships are something that we've been talking about quite a lot. And most recently, we were talking about situationships, relationships, and one thing that I mentioned was how people are lazy these days because of how much work, they say goes into relationships and how they don't want to do too much when it comes to relationships. And one other factor is just a lot of people also ask, like, what do you bring to the table is a criteria for like picking somebody when it comes to a relationship. So I'll start with you, Okpe. What does someone have to bring to the table for you to consider being in a relationship with them?
Well, so, for me, I feel like we all have, guys have their duty. That we all know, men have their duties. Mm-hmm. Women have their duties. I don't understand this thing about the table. I don't understand what the table is. Why do we have a table at all?
Okay.
Right? Because before you go to somebody to want to date or be with them, there must be something you see. Are you dating them for a price? Mm-hmm. For a guy, right? Mm-hmm. You want to do the basic things, right? You want to care for the person. You want to provide, security when you can for the beat both of you up, Mm-hmm. You want to be there for them, companionship and love them genuinely if you can.
Yeah.
Like, very important. And be nice.
Yeah.
You don't even need them to do a lot of things. But, of course, if you can do all these things, the lady would reciprocate, I think. Maybe this is where you now have tables. But I feel normally you have the right thing to do. Why are you going to date someone in the first place if you're expecting it to be like a transactional thing? But normally, if you do for this person, they could do for you.
I don't necessarily think it's a transactional thing. V, what do you think?
This has always been a funny subject to me because never have I experienced a guy asking me what I bring to the table. Mm-hmm. I feel like you should just know. If you have to ask, then I might not be bringing any. If I have to ask, it's not working.
Yeah.
Or if you have to ask, it's not working.
Yeah.
What do I bring to the table? It depends on the person that I'm with.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a different table for different people. Whatever, like you said, in a normal functioning relationship, whatever you give is also what I'm returning. It's a give and take.
Yeah.
But as soon as the discussion comes, it almost feels like a what are we conversation.
Yeah.
When it happens, it's like, should we be having this conversation?
Why are we here?
Exactly.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I was about to ask, like, I think it's different if you're not into somebody, right? If we know like ourselves, we just manage, or we just I don't know if I can say that straff, you know, and it's not probably leading to anything. If you genuinely like somebody, right, you don't expect them to do a lot of things in return. And if they don't do, and you expect these things, it's conversations. I want this thing, and you're not doing it. How far? I mean, can it work?
Yeah.
But you see, by the time we start to put the table down, right, of which, so let me share a little story, right? I know of a couple that you can say they have a table because the husband takes care of this, and the wife takes care of this, right? I don't think it's a problem. It's conversation. It's where they've got into in their own relationship. But if you're meeting a girl, now you see the girl.
Yeah.
Now you like come. I want date you. The girl say yes. Okay. What are you expecting?
Yeah, but like I'm thinking more of like a criteria. Like, I mean, so am I the only one that has criteria for like dating people? Because I get what you mean, but like you just can't go around just dating anybody without like, okay, because we know that naturally you're in a relationship. You know, you guys have sex. There's also like, okay, money, maybe, but like there has to be other things, you know, that is like a criteria like that you have to bring to the table. And let me give you an example. Stability. I am a sucker for stability. So like you have to have a job, right? Okay. So you're bringing stability to the table in that regard as someone who I know that, okay, if we were to end up together, you can take care of me, you can take care of, if we have kids, you can take care of the kids, you're bringing stability, you're bringing companionship. So I know that I'm not doing life by myself. So I think in that, you know, that's what I mean by
bring to the table.
Yeah, I think that's what it means, unless that's not what it means.
Well,
I feel like the meaning,
it's different.
It's different for different people. So what do you think?
Because when I see the subject being brought up on social media, what do you bring to the table? Myself.
Yeah. Okay.
Everything about me. You know me. What am I bringing to this? Me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, so because like she said now, right? If she says me, it means everything.
Everything about her.
It means everything. I mean, even to the material things. I mean, that's everything I'm bringing to the table.
To the table.
Right? So if you, like you said, I think rather than say bring to the table, everyone has like a criteria. And it's just a normal thing. I have a spec, right? I have what I'm looking at before I can say, let's get married or let's date ourselves, right? So if you say stability, any normal human being, left and right, man and woman, you've got to be stable, baby girl. I mean, I have to know that if you want 20 naira for something, I can do 15. And I'm sure like you can do 5. Yeah. Right? At least, or I can do 10. Or whatever the modality or percentage is. Nobody wants to kill themselves. I feel it's not proper. Right? So we all have criteria like, that's how I want this person to be. That's how I want this person to be. Okay, you never can tell. You don't know. Until
it's funny that you just said that. I feel like if that question ever does come and a guy asks me, what do you bring to the table? I'm going to say, find out and see.
See for yourself.
Because at the end, and it works both ways. At the end of the day, I'm tired of listening to words and the actions never follow.
Don't match,
You can ask a guy, what do you bring to the table? And he says, I bring finances and I'm a family man and I love children and I'm a prayerful guy and I bring God and spirituality and all these things. And knee deep into that relationship, you see that he brings none of those things.
It's all word of mouth. It's all word of mouth.
I would like to show me the workings.
Yeah.
All of this, what do we bring to the table? That is long. Show me your workings.
Yes.
I think by the time, like you said, I mean, immediately we start to ask each other, what do you ask?
Exactly.
I think we are done.
Something is wrong.
We're done because it means you can't see it.
I would expect that from somebody, we're just talking or we're dating. Like, what do you bring to the table? Maybe we just want to make conversation.
Yeah. not like
after a certain stage, it's
like personally, I feel that question of what you bring to the table is, I don't know. I think it's rude.
Is insulting.
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah.
Even in at the talking stage.
Yeah.
Like, where are you jumping to? I like you go for a ball now. You go look.
But these are debates that come up all the time.
That's why I said criteria, what you want. But asking what you bring, you know what the table is. This is a table. It means that I get my side, you get your side. Oh yeah, this is what I get. Oh yeah, now so we are doing transactions now.
Yeah,
right?
It's very calculated. Like why should it be?
So you think there should be no table to begin with, or
let's
it should
just
even be a question that should be asked?
I think let's just leave.
Let's just find out.
I feel like I'm at a stage where I've had enough relationships and situationships to know that we've discussed it. It's great.
Yeah, it's great. Would that be a deal breaker for you if someone someone asks you that?
I don't think it's a deal breaker. It's something I would just point out as per. Yeah, we can talk about the table.
We can talk about it, yeah.
But at the end of the day, it will always come back to action. We've spoken about the table. And the problem is when you speak about something too much, you won't do
it. Yeah.
And another thing I feel is, as far as I'm concerned, right, you can say a lot. Anything, especially when it comes to relationship, it's doing.
That matters.
Yeah, it's in the doing, right?
Yeah.
You can, and funnily, there are so many ways that, I mean, for instance, my own personal experiences, I've actually loved people and they don't feel I love them. And I'm like, and you see, and I've told this person, but I really do love you. I'm like,
they don't believe
like, you really, bro? You know, so, and that's the kind of thing that happens, you know. So you can say them, but if you do not work towards it, you don't put in the work, you don't do the things and everything, it's not going to amount to anything.
And many a time, sorry to interrupt, many a time, you can ask someone can ask me, oh, okay, what do you bring to the table? And I mention all these things. And then halfway in, this guy could complain that I don't bring any of these things. And then I realize, normally I do, but maybe for this person, I don't want to.
Yeah. That's very possible.
It's happened.
Yeah, that's very that's very possible. I think we're different people. It depending on who we're with. We are different people. Sometimes, like I've had situations where I would say, like, I would never do this for this person, or why is this person asking me to do stuff? Okay, for instance, like cooking, right? Naturally, I love to cook, but I don't like being told, like, oh, like I'll do it when I want to do it, right? Yeah, really. I'll do it when I want to do it. But, you know, if I was with someone I didn't really like, I probably would tell you I don't know how to cook. Just because I just can't be asked. I don't want you to get too comfortable with me doing it for you. But if I were with someone that I really, really cared about, you don't even have to tell me. Like, it's just certain things that you don't have to tell them before, you know, they do it.
Like, you know, I mean, I heard something and I think it's very true. It's just like, guys, right? People say, I mean, of course, we have so many names, and all that shit. Now, this is it. You know, the man was, I think it was Steve Harvey or somebody. He was saying that men can actually change, but they are probably going to change for one woman. That one particular woman.
Yeah.
Right? And I feel it's the truth. Yeah, because me personally, right, I know what I've probably had to do because I do not want to lose this girl. I do not want to lose her. And I know this is what she likes. This is what she wants to do. This is how she likes things to be done. Sometimes it might not even be super convenient. But like, I'm like, you know, just to keep it up.
So the people that you've been with that were not that woman, you've just been giving them...
See, I find statements... I've been watching him.
Yeah.
I find statements like that so funny. Yeah, men can change. It just takes that one woman. So sorry. I don't have enough patience to find out if that woman is you.
Yes. Yes, it's true because...
What do I look like? Oh, so there's a guy that I like. I have feelings for him. I can probably tell that he has feelings for me too.
Yeah.
And there are attributes, things about his attitude that I don't like. We have discussions about these things. After these certain discussions, I've given up because I'm not here to change anybody.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be wrong for me to even request that from a guy. So let's they
Move
are
on.
they.
Yeah.
Move on.
Yeah, exactly.
Plain and simple. I feel like it's funny. I feel like in terms of relationships and communication, I have matured a lot from my last relationship.
Okay.
Because there are things that have made me realize you need to know when you're wasting your time.
Yeah. Yeah.
You need... One thing that brings me peace of mind is knowing when to say bye.
Yeah.
So what would you say is one thing that makes you know when you're wasting your time?
When we sit down and have a conversation and I start to feel like I'm repeating myself.
How many times is repeating yourself? Twice.
I feel like after the third strike,
True.
and I'm out. We're adults. We should be able to sit down and...
be doing the interviewing. Excuse me. Why are you the one asking questions?
Why? You know why? You know what I'm asking? Because, I mean, it's not to... This is not to, glorify anybody or say anything. But you see, sometimes, right, men get carried away.
Here we go.
That's the thing.
Here we go.
Let me say this thing quickly. You women want...
Okay.
Wait. Let me finish.
Say
What do you...
This is it, yeah. Women, it's a normal thing. It's the patriarchal side for us to understand everything about women. Metabolism, everything, to go. But you see, by the time I start this conversation of men something,
it is now.
But that's the thing.
Okay,
so
tell us.
I feel like sometimes, right, it's like I said, sometimes men get carried away. And I'm not trying to cover up anything. Men get carried away, but like you said rightfully, if you want to be with a person, right, you put in conscious effort.
Yeah.
And it's going to show.
Yeah.
Right. Hopefully the person would realize, like, okay, let's say
This person really likes me.
And of course, I think it gets better. But most times, men do not behave.
See, that's the thing. Like you said, it takes one woman to change a man, or blah, 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 or a guy can change for one woman. The rule for me is quite simple. When a guy wants you, you will know.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. And I think it applies both ways as well. If a girl wants you, you would know. You don't need to ask questions.
You'll know.
Yeah,
You'll know.
it's true.
You'll know.
Because,
it's just how human beings work. When someone wants to put the effort in, it will show.
It's not, I don't agree with that whole one person thing.
Oh, no.
I don't. I honestly don't, because, and men like to make so many excuses. One time it's, men are babies, you need to baby them. Men are this, one thing about men.
A submissive woman can bring out the best in any guy.
Yes.
That's the one that offs me the most. Because I have seen guys with submissive girlfriends and wives. I don't even think a submissive girlfriend even makes sense. Submissive wives, and sitting in a room, and they talk about how these women almost they treat their men like babies, like eggs, well, we're both adults. This is a partnership. Yeah. This is a relationship.
Yeah.
I don't see how I am the one that has to be on my knees. I'm the one that has to serve you.
No, I don't. Well, sorry. That's what I wanted to ask. Like, what do you call submissive, right?
Okay, we will tell you what we call submissive.
Okay, let me hear it.
After you tell us what you think about what is being a woman being submissive to you.
What I understand about a woman being submissive is just respect each other. That's all.
Okay.
That's, as far as I'm concerned, is respect each other.
Are you sure you're not just trying to be diplomatic?
I'm not being diplomatic.
So that's respect, not submission.
And that's what I'm saying. So what do you mean submissive? Because you don't want to have a dance as a wife. I'm saying that because this is it, right? If I tell you, I'm a man, no stupido. If I tell you to do everything and you are doing it, I'll take you for a ride now. Because it's a big deal now.
See? That's exactly how
So
it
how does that work in our favor?
No, so what I'm saying is this, right? I don't think being submissive of that, or whatever it is, right? But I feel like men value a whole lot of respect. Women are like, how do I put it? Women are very powerful. You wouldn't know. Subtly,
someone told me that sentence this week.
Subtly, you wouldn't know how high you've gotten in a minute.
Yeah.
And Baba just did the look. I'm on my simulation.
Yeah, okay.
And you see, and I keep saying that immediately women realize how powerful they can get, even to the man they are cohabiting with or partnering with or living with. You don't know how fearfully get for guys. You don't know how it is. You don't know the minute I say, babe, come, sit down, let's talk. I say, Claudia, I don't want to talk.
So you get scared. You get scared,
bro.
You've lost.
Oh my, you go recalculate. I gotta find out now that way to say.
I
disagree.
I'm not saying.
Sorry.
Wait, what? You don't understand what I'm saying, yeah?
Yeah.
Because see, that's what women do every time. They will edge you on. It's sweet. It's nice. I'm not saying it's bad, but you see, as a man, at every point, you have to find a way to recalibrate. Okay.
Well, to be honest, I get what you mean in a way, but I feel like it's been used too much as an excuse for men to get what they want. Because they say, oh, women are so powerful. Do you know how much power you guys have? You know, if you can submit to a man, do what he wants, you can then ask him for whatever you want because you've given him all that respect, all that jazz. It's always the same thing with you guys. To be honest, we've heard it over and over again. But at this point,
we don't know. We don't know.
So what do women want?
We don't know that either.
Thank you.
It's the truth. We're all.
What do humans want? We don't know.
Because men don't get anything. What do they get?
What do men get?
Nothing.
What do women get?
Everything.
I disagree.
Therein lies the problem. How do women get everything?
Everything is a give and take. I'm so sorry. Everything is a give and take. I can admit in some aspects of life, it is harder for men, but this is a man's world, unfortunately. You guys still gain a lot more than we do.
Please, what do we gain?
Wait, hold on. When guys say things like, what do women gain? They think about, pretty
material
stuff. Pretty privilege.
It's always material shit.
And if I build this guy today and if I don't... Sorry, I will talk from my own. I cannot relate to any of that. Yes, I would call myself an attractive person, but I do not use my attractiveness to gain certain things. I feel like in this society, as society is right now, men find it a lot easier than women. Yeah. Sorry.
Well,
sorry.
Even my DP.
Even from the smallest things.
Yeah.
I can't get in an Uber at 11 p.m. at night and feel safe.
Feel safe. Yeah.
I can't walk on the street by myself and feel safe.
Excuse me, man.
No.
Excuse
No,
me.
I'm trying to be neutral here, but that I agree with.
Wait. You can't get into Uber and feel safe.
Yeah.
I can't get into Uber at 12:01 and feel safe.
Why?
Who I won't fight? What are you people saying?
What are they going to do? They're going to rob you?
Why can't they rob me?
But what they rob you of, you can get back. Can they rape you? Well,
Thank
they
you.
can.
Thank
They
you.
actually can.
But
it's not as rampant as it's not as
You post
a
a house and car today.
exactly.
On Instagram today.
And get congratulations.
Let
Let a woman do the same.
I live a life where I've actively told myself all these blessings that may come to me at any point in time. I buy a house today. I'm not going to post it on social media. I can't.
Because you're going to be setting yourself up for people literally asking you questions that don't even concern them. And they will tell you, oh, it's probably a man that did it. Or they'll somehow find a way to circle it back to it being a man that sponsored your lifestyle.
See, I'm not trying. I mean, you guys have a lot of points. Okay, we are probably in an environment where all these things happen to women, right? But all I'm saying is, I don't think men find it easier. I don't think so.
So me saying men find it easier is... maybe I should term it differently. I feel like men benefit more from society than women.
I think we can all agree with that. There are certain things that have been going on and certain things that have been put in place even before we were born. Even before we were born. So many things just going. It's misogyny. This whole submissive thing started from our parents. And theirs was even on a whole, greater level.
And sorry to interrupt. And even when it comes to back to the subject of submission, when you think about it, how do women really gain from that? How do we gain from being submissive?
To men, they think if you're submissive, then you can get whatever you want.
Which is what?
But to be honest, if we're being honest, when it comes to submission, right? It's a two-way street.
If it's a two-way street, why
it's a two-way street? But I feel like it's hammered on women more. Because the whole, if you're talking about scripture or whatever and saying, oh, where the Bible said woman submit to your husband, they also said husband submit to your wife.
Yeah.
If we're going by that.
Yeah.
But what goes on everybody's lips, especially men, and that's why when you ask what should you bring to the table, oh, you have to submit to me, oh, you have to respect me. But when it's time to like talk about, okay, what do you like, reversing it and in exchange, it's always like, no, I'm the man, you know. That's just what it is. That's just what it is.
As society, as things change, and women are
more awake.
Oh, not even awake. Women are earning more. They're being put in higher places. Men hate it because more and more you realize that we might not actually need you.
That's the thing, right?
Okay, but yes.
Wait. That's the thing. You might not actually need men, right? And where does that put us?
In conversations like this.
No, where does that put us? Can you see your face, V?
Guys, you know what? I don't want this to be an attack on men because it's not.
Because the thing is, see, I've said it over and over again, right? Mm-hmm. You cannot underestimate the power of women. And like I said, if women fully, whether you call me or whatever, I will say it, if they fully attain that level of power that they have, you see what you said, now leash when I go get, drag us for road like goats.
Okay, so let me ask you one question. What is it that women have to do to attain that power that they have? That you said that they have. Please, I would really like to know. Tell us. What is it? What is it?
Because they say it, but they can never really.
Yeah, so tell us.
Because it can't be sex. Because how many positions do you want to do?
Exactly.
It's not sex.
Okay, so tell us.
So, well, I feel like...
Expo. Oh, yeah.
Conscious expo.
Tell us.
I feel like, see, it works in different ways, right? Yes, it works in different ways, okay? Because for different men, they want different things. Do you understand? Some men, all you just need to do is to just respect them. When I say respect them is just, even if it's as little as make him feel he is the man or he's a man, or make him feel respected.
Okay.
Right?
I'm sorry that I'm asking you this many questions.
It's fine.
So like what is it that a woman has to do to make a man feel like he's a man?
So,
olówó orí mi.
Okay. Okay, so what? Oh yeah.
You know, it's just, see, you can tell when you respect somebody. It's just genuineness, right? About all these things you do.
So when he comes back, he collects his bag. Welcome.
Why are you people saying all these things?
Yeah, so
you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know. If I did, I wouldn't be asking you.
No, but see, well, maybe that's part of it, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Because I feel like these things need to be said. It's always just surface level. Like, women know what to do. It will be good to actually know the details of these things. To know, like, okay, let me put it directly to you, and let's be specific to you.
Yeah.
What is it that a woman has to do for you to make you feel like you're the man or you're a man?
Okay, so I feel like the intricacies can be different when you're married and when you're dating somebody.
Okay.
In a little way, right? For instance, if you're married to somebody, right? If you're married, you know your basic right and duty as a man of the house, and not battling position now, right? You provide for the house, security, care, and every other thing, right? I mean, sometimes when things go really bad, okay? When things go really bad, I feel there should be a bit of understanding. I mean, some people do understand, but you see, in a lot of ways, you see that when it doesn't happen the way it used to, right? Something can tell you, my mama, she for me in a way, you know?
So you think the women start to act up?
It's very possible. I can't blame them, right? It's very possible.
Okay.
Right? But I'm saying that at that point, there is the mental stress men go through. Hold on. The mental stress men go through.
I'm not saying anything.
The mental stress men go through. You see, this is what I feel. You're providing a loan for your family, right? Every other thing goes under it. Like providing a loan for your family for men is a whole lot of pressure. You know, women do every other powerful thing. You see that little amount of office that men hold, which is fending for the family and every other thing, security.
I have a point. I love this.
I know you have
I love it. Sorry.
Okay.
Because, before you continue, times have changed. It's not only men that offend
that do that anymore, yeah.
How many men do you know that could take on a role of a mother and a wife? Most women are going to work, coming back.
Yeah, and
9 to 5 in this country is not 9 to 5.
Yeah, it's 9 to like 10.
Yeah. They'll come back, look after these kids. How many men can do that?
Some men do.
Some. How many?
Some do.
Growing up, how many men?
Do you know?
Huh?
Some women don't do this.
Some women don't. Okay, cool, fair enough.
Yeah.
But how many men do you know doing it?
That's what I'm saying. Now, if
the whole thing.
If you say times have changed here, right? It has really changed, right?
has.
Because see, for men, me as an example right now, right? So, I mean, if my fiancée goes to work and she's coming back, right? Because I know that she will be tired and I'm at home, right?
Yeah.
I don't go anywhere. I'll do what I need to do, make things easy for her, make food. I like to do that, is like make food and all that. So it's, like I said earlier on, do you understand? If she's happy, you would probably be happy.
Okay.
Do you get? So basically, that's what I feel, you know.
So that's what you bring to the table, making her life easier.
We should make each other's life easier. There's no point. What are we doing together? If it's going to stress you.
Yeah.
I said it to people, right? I mean, it's not good to break a marriage. I understand. But if it's going to stress you, if you're going to start to have wrinkle on your tongue, am I alone now? Are you little?
Fair.
At the end of the day, it kind of always goes back to date your type.
Yeah.
Date your type.
Yeah.
It's actually a lot easier if you date your type. There are so many conversations that don't happen when you date your type. Believe me.
Exactly.
Take it from me. I have dated somebody that is not my type, and it ended in tears. And you bring out, and it almost starts to look like conversations like, what do you bring to the table?
Yeah.
You almost start to look like you're lying.
You start to look like the bad person.
Exactly.
Like the evil.
Yeah. Okay, but so when you say your type, do you mean physically or just behavior-wise, or both?
As a whole.
As a whole.
As a whole.
Okay, that I don't agree with. Because here's the thing. Sometimes within your type is toxicity. Sometimes the person who looks exactly like what you want might not be who you want behavior-wise.
Then you find another type.
Wait, another thing.
That's the thing. You can't always... Okay, you asked, am I talking about the physical and the mental?
Yeah,
I'm talking about everything.
Everything.
And in that, if I mean everything, there still may be aspects in this person that I don't really like.
Yeah.
But then it's up to me to see, level it out. Is that something I can handle?
You can handle.
At the end of the day, if out of 10 things, 7 things are what this person has, I'm going to take it like that.
So are you
the problem
saying,
is, I keep finding 3 or 4.
So wait. What you're telling me now is that if you find a man that is... Okay, your type is probably like tall, dark, and handsome, am I right?
Don't go off of what you've seen.
It's most likely tall, dark, and handsome, right? So if you find a man that is tall, light-skinned, and handsome, would you date him?
Yes.
Okay. Tall, light-skinned, not so handsome.
No.
Really?
Okay, you know, let me...
Think deep.
It's tricky for me. The way I see myself, you're going to be with someone that's going to do things that piss you off so much, you want to strangle them. But then, if you're with a fine guy, you can just be like, I want to strangle you, but you're so fine.
Wait. I don't think
Okay.
you remember. If you don't remember, once you get the heat, you don't remember
It
this.
works. It works.
It's just
It
easier.
works.
It's easier to get the ick when you're with someone that is not your type. Because you'll be like, you that was even managing before. You'll
You'll be telling yourself things like you that if you see other guys that have dated before, you still see. I know what I'm saying. The physical still matters.
It matters, doesn't it?
I'm still of the opinion that, like, above every other thing, understanding is key, right? I mean, people want to clamor about love and everything.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I might be wrong. But I feel understanding is key. And it buttresses this dating your type, right?
Yeah.
If you know yourself as someone that has done personal evaluation about who I am and what I'm trying to work on and improve on and this and that, and you know all these things about it, if you meet somebody, right, and is your type, you probably can even work each other out through improvement. because you know what you do and you know how.
Or do you mean that is not your type?
I mean, your type.
Your type?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're talking about the toxicity and it could be a problem and all that, right? Because I know this is what I do.
Yeah.
I can't be this, I can't be that. And this person does this too. Oh,
Yeah.
wow, this is how it feels. Oh, shit, maybe it's bad, right? And we can probably work each other in a way.
No way. Yeah, I mean, I feel like definitely.
So
but
understanding is important.
Yeah, it's very, very important. But what V is saying is that even like dating your type, and I hear you. Right, but I always say I always say as well that sometimes your soulmate might not be your type. He might not be your type, and you might think that you know what your type is, and until you meet someone else that I just feel like it changes. I just feel like it changes.
I agree that your soulmate may not be your type, but I have tried to date somebody that's not my type.
That's not your type.
And I think God is looking at me like, I'm not gonna,
No.
Yeah, if my daughter wants to live a peaceful life, let me give her her type.
So
okay.
I think what you said now, right?
Yeah.
I just want to merge these things together. So V says like, if I have 7 of these things in this person, right, I'll probably go on with them.
Yeah.
So if this not your type has 7 of these things you're looking for,
then he's my type because 7 has gone past the
everything.
Out of those 7, are 5 of them physical?
You know what? Honestly speaking, I don't read too much into the physical. I'm more of a mental person. Because you can date a fine boy and every time he opens his mouth, you're thinking
it's nonsense. He's chatting shit. Yes, I know exactly what you mean, but that doesn't mean the physical is not important, Cha.
It's important, but at the end of the day,
it's not the main thing.
It's tricky,
but it would be good. It would be nice
if we're saying, what should a guy bring to the table? Fine, small.
So what's it go happen to person we don't find?
That person has to deal with my mom. My mom's mouth is bad.
Sorry for you. But you know the funny thing is,
but what if he's not fine
no, money will definitely make you fine.
True.
Money will make you fine.
True.
I have never seen one person with a lot of money that was ugly.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Well. Let me think. Okay, there are some people, but it's just there's a way you package yourself when you have money. Okay, that you just be attractive.
Funnily enough, I'm gonna say something. You're not gonna believe me, but money isn't really everything to me.
It's
especially if I'm asking a guy, what do you bring to the table? Finances might be one of the last things I think of, because I'm 26 years old, turning 27. And the way I see it is life has just begun and I can't put that much pressure on somebody who is just around my age to have all of these things.
Yeah.
One thing I find fun in relationships is the building, funnily enough.
Yeah.
So finances is one of the last things, but the most important is your mental capacity. I cannot date a bolo. I cannot. It is not fun. I do not enjoy it.
What's a bolo?
Don't worry. When I said the word bolo, a picture came up in my head. Enough for me.
Someone who just doesn't have a mind of their own. You know, I feel like, you're having a call, they can't relate with you on anything. You guys don't have anything
it's not
in
fun.
common.
It's not fun.
You have to literally explain every single thing. Maybe there's there's some people that, like, they get you so much. You guys see something, all you have to do is share a glance. And they get it immediately.
Those are my kind of
they get it immediately. You guys will just burst out into laughter. Those are that is my kind of person.
So I mean, not being a bolo means that he must definitely have his own opinion.
Of course. Opinion, of course. So, as much as I want a man that listens, you don't have to do everything I ask you to do.
No, definitely not.
But they don't ever do what you ask them to do. Is that not why we are here?
There's some people that don't. that would do.
They don't ever do what you ask them to do. That's why we are here.
Well, about what you said about when it comes to finances, though. Do you ever feel like, but like, what if you, okay, at this age that you're in now, would you say you're dating to settle down?
Oh, God, if my mom watched this. Anyway.
Yeah.
Am I dating to settle down?
Should we?
Okay, wait, no. I think I can answer this.
Okay.
I'm not ready for marriage yet. That's a given.
Okay.
And I think it's because I'm so much of a realistic person. At the age of 26, I'm still just only understanding adulthood.
Yeah.
I don't see how any aspect of my life allows somebody else right now. Will I date?
Permanently.
Will I date? Yeah. Go on dates, yeah. But for me to meet my mom, meet my siblings, meet my friends.
You know what?
I
feel like that's why you're not really considering finances.
Yeah, maybe.
That's most likely why.
Maybe. It's not that. I would actually say I love the idea of love, and I'm a very romantic person. I take these things very seriously. So if I decide to put myself in a position right now of let me settle down, let me give somebody everything, and it doesn't work, I won't do it again.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you like when you get married, divorce is not something that you want on the table.
That's another problem as well. Like I said before, I'm quick to say bye when it doesn't work out for me.
Wow.
So putting all of these things together, I'm not ready.
So are you saying, I mean, I just want to be clear on this, right? I mean, you yourself, you think there are still probably more things you want to work on before, I mean, personally, apart from all
with every guy that I've tried to date or whatever, I do see some form of improvement in my behavior.
Okay.
I'm seeing that, less crazy.
Yeah.
But that doesn't, at the end of the day, it's kind of bubbles down to the same thing. I'm learning things about myself.
Yeah.
And I'm also learning that men don't deserve the good side of me yet. So maybe I should be showing you guys wickedness for now.
Show them Pepe.
Wow, stay wicked.
I've acknowledged that there are things inside of me that I do need to change, and I am working on. I don't think I should work on it just for myself for now. I haven't met anybody that deserves the best parts of myself.
But when the person comes, would you be able to recognize too?
That's my prayer right now, that when the right person comes, I can recognize.
I just feel like you would know. I feel like
I think I am mature enough to know.
Yeah.
But I may have been hurt too many times to trust it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? We were just talking about this before, how a lot of us carry like the baggage of our previous relationships, friendships into the future. And sometimes it affects how we interact with people. It affects like our future relationships. And I don't think it should be, but unfortunately it is what it is.
I don't think there is a way you can do away with that. It's your life experience. You can't trash them.
Yeah, you can't take it away. But I mean, just not letting it affect your future.
We are human, right? It's just like... Sorry, I'm too Yoruba. I'm sorry. How
many proverbs do you know?
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Say it again. And your Yoruba is so sweet.
Sorry. So it means like you shouldn't get hurt over and over again, right? If you say you don't want to carry all these experiences and things you've seen, somebody's showing you that light. You never even read. You go look well. Once it, how
many looking can you look?
No. I'm saying
what
that,
he's saying
I'm
is
saying that if you try to discard everything and say, okay, you know what? I want to go out fully, trust fully. I want to do everything fully. And this same sequence is coming back again. Naturally, it's going to just juggle you back to that thing.
Take you back to your previous experiences. And you have your guard up.
So there is no way. It has happened to you, and that's what people say, right? If you scar this person, you're just setting them up for another genuine person that's going to see them and stop. But I'm sorry, that's what it's going to be. We just keep rolling around with the scars and see what.
So you don't think it's possible to, man?
I don't.
It's hard.
It's hard, I know.
But
I think it's possible. I think it's possible for there to be one person though that can make you forget like.
We talk about relationships and marriage and the opposite sex, so like it's nothing, like it's just something to. The reality of it is, it's hard dealing with human beings, dealing with friends, dealing with relationships, it is hard. And at the end of the day, you don't know when someone that you're so in love with is going to wake up one day and just decide
they
to
don't
change.
like you anymore. There's that. They can literally wake up one day and say, I don't find you attractive anymore. I don't want to spend as much time with you anymore. And I know that's scary.
And think about it. People like to say, oh, it's always the bad news that spreads the most. But let's really sit down and think about this. How many successful relationships, marriages do you know?
So, I mean, I think success in marriage is relative.
Of course, it's relative.
Yeah.
But then, okay, how many good stories do you hear?
Yeah, that's the thing. We don't hear them, but I feel like they're definitely there.
They're there.
They're there. But here's the thing. Even when it's out, here's the thing about human beings. When the good ones are out, they don't care. Number one, they don't care. Number two, there's always the thought of they're probably pretending. You know, and I saw something on the internet one day where people said some people are actually genuinely happy. Stop trying to say
where they at?
Yeah, because stop trying to say they're probably going through something to make yourself feel better about things not going well for you.
Sorry, again, as far as I'm concerned, right? Happiness too is relative. You know why I said that is. Like you're saying, like it's hard to deal with people, right? Like everyone knows that in marriage, even in your life as a person, it's not always going to be rosy. So what do we expect marriage to be? Like like a fun time? No, now it goes sweet, it goes sour. Now the prayer be say when it's sour, me you know too sour, maybe say you know go feel
you see married people. And the thing is, one thing I know about people that are married is they would scare you that you're not married from getting married. Because I don't think I've ever met one married person that you ask, how is married life? And they're like, oh, it's great.
Well,
most of the men, yes, I'll start with the men.
Yeah.
Most of the married men that I know in Lagos, when I ask them, so like now you're married, do you think there was a point? They will say, no.
No.
You get into it and you realize, this is it.
Yeah.
Is that it? Yeah.
Okay.
How many married men do you know that will say, "Oh wow, I love this"?
I love being married. It's wonderful.
Because I mean, for some of the men that I know, is a vibe of they chop my money one, and the second like I don't feel. But it's not like that.
You're engaged.
Yes.
How is it being engaged?
Like I said, so it's. I just narrated some of this to you guys before that it's ups and down. But you see, more importantly, there's a point in a man's life that you need a companion.
Okay, yes, we get it. We know. But are you happy?
I'm happy.
Do you enjoy being...
Yeah, I want to go back home and... I mean...
You're looking forward to going home?
Yeah, because I don't know, so it's...
Oh God, he's going to look forward to coming home to me.
That is so sweet.
Because another thing is, I feel like... I don't know how this works. I'm not trying to be like the best person. I'm really fucked up too, yeah? But... I just want to, I have a vision of how I want these things to go. If it doesn't work out, I'm not going to die as I move on. But as it is now, right, I feel like I just want to make sure that if I go out, okay, I don't set myself up to say it's going to be all fun. But I don't determine for myself about daily, mashiri, my washani. So if I get home and madam no day happy, nothing more, on generator, okay.
You find a way to make her calm.
You know, and if me I know they happy when I enter, and you won't play, I go for only normal. You return to normal life. So that's what I'm saying, right? It's just going to be like that, and especially if you know that I almost see my belly, because if you it's food. It's food. Food. I don't have to go back and say,
Sorry, can I just ask a question?
Yeah.
If someone was to ask you what you bring to the table, what would you say? Just say 3 things that you believe you bring.
3 things that I bring to me, and me. Me, myself, and I.
Oh, what I bring to the table? Full husband material, my sister. Security, finance, love, care. What's it called now?
What would you say you bring to the table? I want to take my question again. I feel like I have a better answer. It is quite a deep question, when you think about it.
You know what? Let me be honest.
Yeah.
I bring great conversation, great sex, and honesty at every time, whether you like it or not. I've learned to know when to tell the truth, but you will get the truth.
You will get the truth.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me take mine again, because I feel like my answer was so whack. What do I bring to the table?
You don't need to go this deep, trust me.
No, because the thing, I have actually never thought about it. And I haven't been asked before what I bring to the table. Because again, I don't know what context you would ask me that kind of question that would sound okay to me. Because it would still come off like,
why don't you know?
What do you mean? Yeah. What do I bring to the table? Like, me, of course. But if we're talking about it in this context, I can talk about it. Like, I bring great companionship to the table. Like, I am an amazing companion.
What else? Smile for me.
You know what?
Hey.
Let's not even bother. I need to sleep on it. I feel like this is an assignment. My homework today is go and figure out what you bring to the table.
But at the end of the day, like I said before, what you may feel like you bring to the table, you might not for one person, and you might not for somebody else.
For somebody else, yeah.
I wanted to say something about what V said about communication. I mean, it's a whole lot for tables. I mean, partner with anybody. Communication is like very powerful. I think people undermine it. I mean, the spoken ones and the unspoken ones. Because it's important. I don't know, what are we doing together if we can't chat about all these things? Kila and Shay.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And sometimes you really don't know, you can't fully know unless they tell. Maybe with the body or the face. I mean, both genders. So I think communication is like, that's even the easiest way to understand somebody and not misquote or get any wrong notion of anything. Once we communicate, we probably get used to each other and we know how to do better.
And speaking of getting to know each other, I feel like that's one way to know what someone brings to the table as well. Experiencing them for yourself. Because the moment I've experienced you, do you understand? So I know that you bring good conversation to the table. I know that you're a caring person. You definitely care for who you're with. And you're understanding. From what you've told us, we don't know if that's how you are.
Don't find out differently.
But so I can tell that that's who you are from just the little time that we have gotten to experience each other. So I know that from experiencing people, you definitely know what they bring to the table. And relationship is a whole lot more than just sex, money.
I think we should all know that it is hard. Like you said, it's hard. We are treating it
it is hard, but it's also great. Isn't it?
Well, let me find out how it's great first.
I'm not saying it's not great.
Let's find out.
It's hard.
Let's also put out the good part of it out there. Because I feel like there's a lot of, relationships are so hard. Marriage is so hard.
So sweet.
Isn't it?
You know what? Yeah, there are good parts.
Yeah.
Like I said in the beginning, I was very, very ill last week and I live by myself, and being ill by yourself is one of the most loneliest things ever. And then it made me realize, one of my exes, one time when I was really ill, he drove from where he was and came to pick me up from the hospital, and I was like, damn.
Yeah. That is amazing. Damn. That is amazing. It's amazing to feel like someone cares about you. Someone would leave everything they're doing just to make sure that you're okay.
Yeah.
So those are good parts. And I like, companionship is not something that I feel like we human beings aren't made to be by ourselves. Like you need somebody.
You need somebody.
In the form of your friend, your mom, your dad, your boyfriend, your husband. So you can't do life alone. No, so
you really
it's important that you have someone in your corner, friends, people, just anybody in your corner. And I wish for like everybody to experience.
See the way she's smiling. I hate you so much. So we single Pringles should just go and die, have we?
No, the Lord will provide. The Lord will provide. You're tall, dark, and handsome.
Anyway, I already said 2023 crossovers with my future. Whatever.
Amen. And maybe you might just even shock us and say we just see V wed somebody in the mail. Well, because it's very easy to say, oh, I'm not ready. I don't think I'm going to do this. I'm not going to do that. But
I think part of me saying I'm not ready is also fear.
Yeah. And just a defense mechanism, you think.
Yeah. And like an experience too. I don't want to do these things again. Make I just be careful with this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot.
Sincerely,
it is a lot, you know. And sometimes, let me just shade us sometimes, right? Most times, I think people behave and they do not think about the repercussion of these things. You know, like I said, if you hurt somebody really bad, sorry can't fix it.
Yeah.
And it's going to be with them for a long time.
Yeah.
I really can't. I don't think I can fully love anybody 100%. I don't know if anybody can do that.
Don't you love your fiance 100%?
I can't do 100% because
100% is for my Lord and Savior.
100% means like, Maku, one of us will die.
It's too much.
It's too much, yeah.
Okay.
Too much.
Oh, fair enough. You know, I've actually never thought about it like that.
It's too much. How can someone love me the way God loves me?
Well, that's the way God asks us to love each other.
He did not ask for agape love.
As you love yourself. Or don't you love yourself 100%?
How can you love it? Don't you do things you're not supposed to do to yourself and you still do it?
But I still love myself 100%.
If you love yourself, you won't go through all those things because you know it's babushi shit. Oh, love yourself 100%, my dear.
Oh, wow, that's an argument. Okay, so you don't love it.
I actually agree. I don't think it's possible to love anything 100%.
Oh, 100%. I think it is. I love myself 100%. Well. Okay. There are some things about me that I don't necessarily love.
Oh, shit, my dear.
Maybe just like... But I still love myself 100%, guys.
It's good enough, right?
Maybe that's what you're bringing to the table.
Self-love. I bring
self-love
to the table. So I'll love you 100%. Oh, that's good. So I bring companionship, love, loyalty.
No, I think love is there already.
You know,
love
it's not part of it. Some people don't bring love to the table. Some people just...
And so, table is not meant for those ones. Maybe they should
Sorry, I'm of the opinion that love is like 20%.
Yeah.
Of the table.
Yeah,
of what you're bringing to the table.
20% of relationship.
It's
love. Wait, hold on. Do you think marriages that work, they work because of love?
What like is 50, love?
Maybe not 20, but like 50%.
No, it's not even 50 for me. It's like 20.
Okay, so what makes up the remaining 100 of the marriage?
Respect is number one for me. Because at the end of the day, when things go bad, you need to know. Oh, thanks, sir.
He clearly loves respect because he's been talking a lot about respect.
Respect is important. Respect is important.
So what number would you allocate to respect?
Well, number one.
No, like you said love is 20. So you give respect.
Respect is like the 50.
50.
I think when you respect somebody, things just follow naturally.
In fact, if I can add to it, like respect is going to be like 50.
70.
No, 50, and understanding is going to fill it up to like 70. Do you understand?
And then 30 is what? Love. And
it is love.
Understanding and...
See, you know the funny thing is that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there is this simple logical thing that says there's a lizard that comes to your compound. You don't like lizards normally. You send the lizard away, right? It comes back the next kilo day. By the time it comes on the third day, now you go throw bread. One way or the other. Before you know, you probably can grow to love somebody in a way over and over.
So you might not start out loving the person, but as time goes on...
No, I'm saying that you can't say you are waiting for 100% of love, right? It can grow. It can grow. And people still fall out of love and they're still married.
It can grow, it can decrease, it can do this, it can...
Would you stay married if you fell out of love?
No.
All right, guys. This conversation is a lot, and we would never leave here if we keep on talking. Would you? Okay, let me just ask you one last. Would you stay in your marriage if you fell out of love?
No, because see, once you do.
Are you sure you didn't just change your answer?
No, I didn't change it because see, love is basics, right? If you don't love the person, there is a lot of problem that you'll be having, right? It's just like stepping stone, like a foundation where we have to.
So it doesn't have to be 50%, but it has to be there.
It has
somehow.
to be there.
It has to be there.
It's important.
Fair enough. All right, guys. We have been talking about what we bring to the table.
And
if
we've
there is a
shattered the
table
table.
at all,
We've
if we
shattered
should
that
even
table.
be taking out the table, brought it back. Even I didn't know what I brought to the table at some point, but now I know, and I'm still going to.
You still change it.
I will still change it tomorrow. I will go and sleep on it. I would answer your question. Because I feel like there's more. There has to be more that I bring to the table, you know? Anyway, guys, this has been an amazing episode. Thank you, V, for coming. Thank you, Okpeyemi. This conversation
You're welcome.
has been amazing. And you know, it was brought to you by Devon Kings, the brand that promotes togetherness. My name is Mary Colette, and I've been your host. I will see you on the next episode. Bye.
Bye. Oh, wait, that's my camera. Bye.
Bye.